You may recall this. Back in June, Anita Krajnc stopped to give water to pigs that were inside the back of a truck. It set off a tense confrontation with the truck driver, and it was all caught on camera. Take a look.
If you give them thirsty, Jesus said, if you're thirsty, give them water.
No,
if you're homeless,
you know what? These are not humans, you dumb frickin' broad. Hello? You know what? Now we're gonna call the cops.
Have some compassion. Have some compassion.
Let's call the cops.
Have some compassion.
What do we do?
Jesus.
911?
Go ahead.
Yeah, no. What do you got now?
Police charge her with mischief, and she has a court appearance coming up on Monday. In fact, Anita Krajnc joins us now to talk about this. Now, Anita, you knew that truck was coming in at that time. That was very near a slaughterhouse. You had timed. You were there on purpose. You knew it was coming. But did you know you were going to feed the pigs at that, or give the pigs water at that moment?
Yeah, this incident happened in June in the summer, and it was really hot. It was a scorching day, 27 degrees Celsius. So we do weekly vigils. They're about 2 hours, and we see about 10 trucks coming into Fearman Slaughterhouse in Burlington. So we do regular vigils and give water. We've been giving water to pigs for about 2 to 3 years. So it's not unusual. What's unusual is the truck driver came out and there was a confrontation.
You have to know that when you're doing these vigils, when you're standing out front of the slaughterhouses, that there is that possibility, right? That there's going to be a confrontation and charges could be laid. You've been charged in the past.
Right. So what our group does is we bear witness, and what that means is that you're present in the face of injustice. So we're animal lovers, and we love pigs, and if you do that, if you love pigs, what you need to do is be there at their moment of grief and desperation. And so what we do is we bear witness, we're there for them, and in the summer we give them water because they're like frothing at the mouth, they're panting, they don't have sweat glands like dogs. If we were giving water to a truck full of dogs or horses, people would absolutely see this as a just cause, and I think people also sympathize with pigs and chickens and cows as well.
Now I hear you. I hear the compassion. I hear it in your voice. You see how emotional you are in that video. You mentioned people would not complain if this was happening to dogs and horses, but dogs and horses aren't part of our food supply. These pigs are going to the slaughterhouse. They will be on people's plates. And can you see the other side and why people are so concerned? Because you are tampering with our food supply.
Well, in Canada, our transport laws are really lax. Pigs can be transported for 36 hours without any food or water, and they transport these pigs in the most extreme weather. And we've done Freedom of Information requests where we found that on one day, 33 pigs were dead on arrival, and on one truck, 18 dead on arrival. And the cruelty involved. Pigs have the intelligence of 4-year-old children. And they're incredible animals. I don't know if you've heard of Esther the Wonder Pig. There's a sanctuary that a couple's set up in Campbellville, and she is an incredible person. She has incredible personality, just like your dog would have. And so what our group is trying to do is to show that we're there because if slaughterhouses had glass walls, everyone would be a vegetarian. That's what Paul McCartney said. And in our view, they would be vegan, and they would also be animal advocates. And that's why we're there.
Can you see that concern, though, knowing that you say your actions are well-intentioned, and we understand that you see that, but someone's actions may be nefarious. You don't know what is happening, and you could tamper and contaminate the food. Not you per se, but somebody else.
Right.
Do you understand that argument?
Well, I don't see it as a legitimate argument. I mean, in Canada, these transport trucks don't have water. In Europe, they actually have water on their transport trucks. We have the most lax regulations in the Western world. And I think it's more than an issue of just animal welfare. We're there to show the faces of these animals and to tell their stories. And and if you're there, it's impossible not to try to help them. If you were standing on that traffic island with me and you saw them frothing at the mouth and literally dying of heat and dehydration, you would be giving water. It's the decent thing to do. It's the normal thing to do. I mean, I quoted chapter 25 of Matthew's in the Bible to the trucker. I said, if I was thirsty, you would give me water. And I mean, it's a universal principle. And it's recognized in all religions. Even in the Quran, there's a man who was thirsty, went down a well, got some water, came up, saw a dog, and then went down again, put water in his shoe, and gave it to the dog. So it's universal and it's timeless.
Okay. Anita Krajnc, you have your pretrial date on Monday in Burlington. Of course, we'll continue to follow this story and your journey. Thanks so much for coming in.